Canva moved your photo editing tools, and one that I rely on is being replaced. Today, I'll show you where your favorite tools went, and we'll test the replacement to see if it's actually any good. First up, blur. What is it? Where is it? And how do we use it? The one on the left has a regular background. The photo on the right has a blurry background. Click on the picture you want to blur, edit. Blur is under Tools now. Click See All. Here it is. We're going to blur this whole image, and you don't want the blur to be too much. So I tend to start with blur about 25 and then adjust it from there. That looks great. The next feature that moved is shadow. Let's go find it. This picture has no shadow. This picture right here has a shadow outline. Well, I called it an outline. Really, it's a shadow glow. So we're going to click Edit, scroll down to Shadow. If you click on Glow or Drop, right there, click on it again to be able to customize it, whether that's changing the color, changing the size, changing the blur amount, whatever it is that you would like. And we're just going to close out of this. Some of these shadow effects will shrink your image. We just need to make that a little bit bigger to cover up what's behind it. For shadows, you can click See All and see every single shadow that there is. Some of these work better for different pictures, but let's say that you used outline, you won't double click it. You'll just scroll down so that you can change the size and the outline color to whatever it is that you like. We're just going to make that a little bit bigger so that that edge goes off of the page. The next tool is perhaps the most hidden of all of the features. We have an image that has no duotone glow or blurry background. And this image does have a duotone background with a little blur. Click on Edit, and duotone is now hidden under Filters. Like always, I would like to take this time to remind you that Canva is constantly changing things. So what I'm showing you today could and likely will change in the future. If there is a feature that you are struggling to find, whether I showcased it today or just in general, let me know in the comments so that I can do a little investigation and see if I can find it for you. All right, let's get back to the lesson. You can click See All, but when you do that, you have to scroll all the way down. So we're going to scroll to the right until we get to duotone. And then it will scroll all the way down for you, and you can make adjustments to whatever duotone you want. Now, if for some reason you want this to be a solid color, let's say all white, then this is where you would do that. But I'm going to use this one that says amber, and then I'm going to click out of that and go to blur. Now for this one, I am going to bring it up quite a bit and put this right on top. That is a pretty cool effect. I love to use this on YouTube thumbnails. If you've never tried autofocus before, it's time to give this feature a try. Here's a picture without autofocus, and here is that same image with autofocus. Click Edit. It's under Tools. See All. It's right next to Blur. Autofocus. When you move the focus position, whatever is purple is what's going to stay clear. So I want all of this to be clear, and I want everything else to be blurry. So I've got it on 5.5. I'm going to let go, and it kept everything clear up front and blurred the backgrounds. It is a really cool tool if you don't have access to the Canva Pro Magic Studio features. This next feature I don't personally use, but I know that a lot of you do. So I want to show you where it went. Here is an image with no face retouch, and then here's an image with face retouch. You'll click on the image, click on Edit, See All, Face Retouch. The only little thing that I can give you, since I don't use this feature, is that you can use a slider. If I'm being honest, you're not going to want to move it up towards 100. I'm interested to know whether face retouch is something that you use. Someone told me they couldn't find Magic Grab or the eraser tool. So I briefly want to touch on where you can find all of the Magic Studio features. When you click on an image, there are a couple of magic features that you can use right here on the toolbar, and one is eraser, where you can do magic eraser and erase something on the image, but also you can remove the background right there. So simple. Magic Studio no longer has a label within Edit. It's simply called Tools. So you've got Magic Layers, Magic Edit. We'll talk about this in a second. Magic Eraser. There's even Image to Video, Background Generator. When you click See All, you can see everything else that is there. Magic Expand. Here is Magic Grab. And we'll just click on the image. This is how I did almost everything. Either that or I duplicated things, but it just generates the backgrounds. I use Magic Grab a lot. After I've used Magic Grab, well, then I can go and, okay, maybe I'm going to duplicate this. I can blur this background, give this a duotone, or maybe even just a pop. I can blur this and then move that right back on top. Stacking features is a really cool way to create YouTube thumbnails or whatever design you're making. Image Upscaler is going away on April 30th, 2026. I do want to compare, while I still have access, the Image Upscaler with its replacement. I would love to know what you think. If you click on an image and go to Edit, where it was under Apps, Image Upscaler. And that will tell you right here that it's not going to be available. What I loved about it is that you could choose the upscale resolution. You could upscale more than one thing at a time, and you can even upscale the entire page. That's why I used Image Upscaler. What about the new Upscaler? I took a screenshot of a video. We're going to click Edit, Upscale. It looks like there's options here, but when you click it, it just says we're evolving. It doesn't give you an option to upscale multiple images. It doesn't give you an option to upscale the entire page. So I'm hoping that they are going to add those features, because to be honest, why get rid of an app that worked and replace it with something that doesn't do what that app did? It does do a really great job. You click it once, it's done. So for ease of use, I love it, but I just wish that we could do more than one thing at a time. Like I mentioned earlier, Canva is always updating things. Watch a video that's on your screen to see one of the most recent Canva updates. And I'll see you in the next video. Your creator bestie out. Bye.